Hello, this is Sabrina from Piedra Luna Tarot 808, bringing you the reading for Scorpio for the month of September 2022. This is Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, as well as how it's going to affect our 8th house of transformations, of deep transformations, what is hidden, and the spiritual lessons that are going to come forth for us during September, because Scorpio is very much about the spiritual lessons and evolving through them. So I'm going to read my cards like if I was Arab or Hebrew, for like from right to left, because that's how the energy wanted to come out. I'm lefty, so for me that feels kind of natural. Here we have the Five of Wands as the first energy and the King of Pentacles. And look at that. It has actually Scorpios as one of the constellations that the King of Pentacles is looking at, Orion and Andromeda. Which are guiding stars, and of course Scorpio being transformation of deep transformation, energies of deep transformation. So with the Five of Wands, which is a card of competition, but depending on the surrounding cards and how this card is talking to this one, it is telling me, or the energies that they're sharing, it is telling me that there's going to be lessons in September for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or the collectives house of Scorpio, especially if you're if you have resonance with numerology 8, or you were born on the 8th of whatever month. There's going to be like lessons where you're going to have to compete for your value, maybe, where you're going to have to not compete for your value, but where you're going to have to stand up and defend your value and show people why you're the best at what you do. So it could be, again, something like all the other signs. And of course, it's normal that all of us are looking for better job opportunities, because it's a big global movement. So it's going to be affecting a lot of the signs. So it could be maybe you're pitching for a new job and you have to defend your skills, your talents, and why you're master of your skill, which is a King of Pentacles kind of energy. And I wanted to have like more energy on regards to this, because it seems like there's a lot going on, a fight or like a test, and it could be a test from just and not necessarily something as specific as a job opportunity. It could be just like a test in your life where you have to fight, or you have to defend your turf and show your skills on why you know you have the value you have, and so that others, by showing your skills, others respect your talents. And I asked for more clarification for what it meant, and I have, guess what, more five. This is my clarification for the Five of Wands, more Five of Wands from the poker cards, and the Six of Wands, which is great because this is actually the same energy as this one. The Five of Wands, again, is an energy of competition, or of having to try your skills, or maybe of practice as well. But the Six of Wands is about victory. It's the warrior that comes from the war, successful, the hero that is praised by the whole town. So it's very positive. It shows that whatever you have to show what you're made of, and the talents that you have, and the skills that you have, skill sets that you have, whatever lessons this September brings to you, you're going to be successful in showing why you're the King of Pentacles, that you have mastered your skill, for sure. It could also be situations for you, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and as well for the collective, for all of us, on regards with the Eight of Swords, which is feeling, of course, like bound, like you don't know how to get out of this difficult situation. You're basically between a rock and a hard place. And that's how it feels. With the Eight of Wands is messages coming forth. So it could be messages related to this, messages where people notice your talents, notice how good you are, and how well you develop your skills, and how well you develop you go around life performing. And it's going to bring you, that message is going to bring you out of that stuck energy, as well as that message. Maybe you've been going through difficulties, like many of us right now, So it could be that you're going to receive messages, or you're going to be in a situation with the Ten of Wands where you can put the burdens down of the heartache that you've gone through, maybe the hard times, especially Scorpio. People that are born with Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, they have tougher life lessons because their spiritual rewards are bigger than the rest of the zodiac signs. And whenever we're going through a strong Scorpio element, we're obligated by the universe to deal with with our deep emotions, with everything that was hidden comes up to the light, and we have to deal with that. And it is, of course, very burdensome. It can be very tiresome, like with the Ten of Wands, but it is a necessary lesson. And thankfully, that recognition that you're going to get, those messages that you're going to get from your trials and tribulations and how well you performed, are going to lead you to a time where you can put the burdens down for the heartache that you've been going through. And finally come into this energy, which is, let me show you this too first, which is, again, I was clarifying these cards, the King of Pentacles, again, which is a master of his skill. He's a master of his talents, because Pentacles are about our talents as well, and that's what I'm feeling for Scorpio. And that you're able to place your talents along with where your heart is, with the Queen of Cups, and that you're going to be recognized as not only a person that has this great set of skills, but that you have this passion and this love for what you do. This could also mean reconciliations in love. It could mean maybe you were fighting hard. This is for if I feel for a male energy, if you identify yourself with a male energy, it could be that maybe you wanted to proceed with a relationship, or you wanted to proceed with a project, and you just couldn't, with the Five of Wands and the King of Pentacles, because you were lacking the funds. So if this is you, if you were making an effort to get the funds in order to be in a more financially better situation, in order to start a relationship, this could be you. It could be that you feel comfortable enough. And now I'm saying this not because of that's what I believe in, but unfortunately in this society, most males feel, and this I get from readings that I've done from clients, and I feel that energy from them. And actually the querent of the questions, they also verified that what I was saying was true. For most men, in order to start a relationship, they want to feel secure. And of course, you also have to have a balance and a safety net and a basic ground for security. And this is for female energy as well. Of course, we're in a world where we know we both have to be independent, female and male. But if you felt like you're going to be more comfortable if you had more resources in order to start this relationship, because that's what you felt was the obstacle for you to move forward and to feel confident, then this is good news that you're conquering your skill, you're conquering your talents. Other people are seeing that, and you're able to get into this situation where you feel comfortable to find your Queen of Cups and to establish something stable, like a relationship with your Queen of Cups. Now, this could also mean in an individual level, because not everyone's looking for a relationship right now. This could also mean that you feel that you're going to move into a position where you feel like this King of Pentacles, where you feel financially secure, where your talents are being seen by others, your efforts, your trials and tribulations are bringing forth a karmic reward, and you feel like the Queen of Cups, that you can finally emotionally relax because you feel well financially, and you can bless others with that compassionate energy of the Queen of Cups, of helping others with that financial bliss and fortune that you've been given. And this is and the last card was the Nine of Cups, which is wishes fulfilled. So whatever was it that you were wishing for starting this month, you're going to have great opportunities, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And as well, if it's going to, depending if it's affecting our house of transformations, we're going to feel that our efforts are rewarded and we're getting where we want, be it financially or being romantically, or maybe just in your life in general, where you feel you're that empowered King of Pentacles, you have the maturity, you have your solid ground, and you feel emotionally stable as well because of that. And it makes a lot of sense, of course, because of course all the signs have to do with money. I mean, money is the material thing. It's also represented in the cards with the pentacles. But also for Scorpio is the house of debt and money and fortune coming from relatives that leave their money to us and stuff like that. So it is related to money as well, the Scorpio sign. I also had this other energy, the next energy, which was the Two of Wands and the King of Swords. This was easier for me to feel out intuitively. This is telling us that there's going to be situations for September. They're going to give us the opportunity to make great decisions, because the Two of Wands is about taking decisions. If we go with it where our heart is, look at that, she's holding her heart there. Where her heart is, and her heart seems to be on something new, not on the past, because this wand is actually about the past, and she's looking into the future, into deciding into something new. And with the King of Swords, which is a very rational energy, it means that as long as you're making your decisions, you're using your discernment well, and if you're using the King of Swords to make your decisions as to where you want to get in a very tangible way, it's in a very strategic way, you're going to get where you want to be. And I also had the following cards for, because I like, what about the King of Swords? Is he aiding in making good decisions, or is he being too rational and maybe not being too helpful? Because that can be an excess in energy. But the cards that I received as clarifications are the Ace of Swords, which is the truth, and the Ace of Wands, which is inspiration and fire and desire, and the things that passionate energy of what makes us our heart tick. So as long as you're uniting both your passions and rationality and intellect, you're going to be making great decisions. And maybe that's what the cards are telling you. Those are the lessons that you're probably going to encounter, where you're going to have decisions where you have to be strategic, but remember to not only have in consideration the logical and strategical part of it, but as well, what are your passions and what makes you feel happy, what makes you thrive. I mean, what is your fuel in life, and to balance those two. And to, if you feel that with the Nine of Swords, which is anxiety, which is a card of like nightmares and anxiety and overthinking of all the possibilities of things that could go wrong, it is telling you that as long as you're also including, as long as you're including your passions and the intellect, you're going to make good decisions, and you shouldn't feel that anxious about what you're deciding during this month. Now, for the last energies that I have for you, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and for us in the House of Transformations, is I had the Emperor and the Page of Cups. So the Emperor, of course, is a very structured energy. He's a mature man. He's in dominion of his energies, of his inner world. That's why he became the Emperor, because he has mastered his own self. So, which is the first step in order to master anything else. But with that mastery, there's also a calling not to forget, because the Emperor can become too serious. Of course, he's the Emperor. He must show that energy of the alpha, and this is for regardless of gender, of you being the leader, but not to forget also that innocent part of yourself, that innocent energy inside of you, and to nurture that innocence. And not to forget, just because you have come into a place where, yes, you're the King of Pentacles, you're recognized as an Emperor, you're recognized as a force, not to forget that innocence in you, because it's going to give you a balance that you're going to need. Like innocence, like things that maybe ludical things, or things that make you happy, and maybe they're not as practical as an Emperor would like. Let's think of like the hobbies of the Emperor. Hello, Emperor, what are your hobbies? This could be about that maybe you need to nourish your hobbies during this month as well, so that you're not only in the serious energy And I asked, more information about this energy. And I had the Eight of Pentacles, which is work and new beginnings, with the Joker. And here, actually, with the Joker being like a serious man, if you look at the card, actually is very relatable to what I'm saying. Of here, you have the a man who's very serious. He's going to work with his whatever, his suitcase, but behind, he's actually, his shadow is that of a bitter Joker, because he's probably being too serious, that he's neglecting that side of him, that ludical part, that happy side. And the energy is guiding us, moving us to have more fun during our routines, during our work time. Like here, this is definitely working relationships, working everything. This is very accurate for a poker card in regards to what the Eight of Pentacles means. Working hard on something. So if you have to work hard on something, remember to have fun, to have time to release those valves, to do something silly even. And that is going to bring you even forth in your workplace, and it's going to balance your energy as an emperor, as contradicting as that might sound. Now, I think it's important, especially important for Scorpio, because you guys can be too serious, and you or you have a sun, moon, or rising Scorpio, or if we're going through difficult times, and that can happen to all of us, the pressure of strong life lessons, you have to balance that kind of energy. Now, last, for the clarifying cards, we have the following. Of course, we had death, because death is a BFF with Scorpio, and death being transformation. Of course, the card of death being about constant transformation, the birth and rebirth, not only in, of course, in the most tangible way is actual life, actual birth and actual death, but most times it refers to the cycles in our lives, the birth and death of our identity, of our notions of who we are, of our life path, of so many things. So there's going to be lessons during this month of September 2022. They're going to bring, they're in your path. They're things that are written maybe in your birth chart, that are written in the stars, part of our calling, transformation that is part of your calling, is part of your path, that is necessary, things that you might be shedding away. So there's going to be lessons about that, or situations about that. And again, here we have the Eight of Pentacles. So things that we're going to be working on, again, working as with this card, which I love it, because it's also, I love the fact that it's not only about work, like in the workplace, like here with the laptop, and here the engineer, what's it called, the IT engineer, but it's also relationships here, which are something we also have to work on, dedicate ourselves to if we want them to flourish. So with the Eight of Pentacles here once again, and this seems like also very romantic, like working in relationships. She's actually working on his heart chakra. There's maybe possibility of destined encounters, of people you're going to bump in the way. They're going to be an important part of your destiny, be it romantic or in the workplace. And I wanted to ask more about it. And I had the Six of Cups and the Two of Cups. Now, if this is not romantic for you, because not everybody's going to have something romantic going on. If it's romantic, first of all, it could be someone either from your past with the Six of Cups, or someone that feels that they feel that innocence in you. They remind you of being a child. They remind you of unconditional love. They remind you, and actually the Six of Cups is actually a Scorpio card. It has the influence of Scorpio. It's one of the nice cards from the tarot related to Scorpio. Oh, actually the Knight of Wands is also, and the King of Cups is part of the influence of Scorpio on the tarot cards and the poker cards as well. So there's maybe that sense you might be closing cycles or you might be bumping into people that remind you of situations from your past. They remind you maybe of someone that was dear to you, that had great values, because the Six of Cups is a very loving card. It's at the level of children, and again with the children topic and doing ludical things and things that feel innocent, that you're just doing it for the sake of doing something fun and nice and sweet, not for any other reason. Maybe, Scorpio, you've been doing a lot of stuff for practical reasons. You've been just doing a checklist and checklist, check, 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 check. Or maybe you've just been wanting to avoid a lot of emotional work. But you're going to have a chance to be presented with something light. Or if you see like lightness and joy and fun, if you're presented with a situation where someone invites you to have something to do, a fun activity, go ahead. It's going to help you out a lot in balancing the energies that you have to deal with for this month. And if it could also be in the energy of actually someone that either from your past that you feel romantic, that link that you had from childhood is still there. Maybe it could be a very romanticized situation, but it feels like it could have been growing since a while, since you were kids. Or it could also be someone that is not from your past, but reminds you of your past, reminds you of that nice, loving situations, and when you could trust. That's also the lesson here for you, Scorpio, of remembering that time in your life when you were a child and you were able to trust in relationships, where you're able to trust in your own intuition, when you were able to trust in your emotions. And it could also be maybe you're not going to be presented with a relationship situation. Maybe you're just going to be presented with a situation that is going to help you heal or open your heart to innocence and to being vulnerable with someone, because that's what the Two of Cups is. Look at how much vulnerability can there be in giving your heart to someone else. What more than that? So, and then just maybe just being open to the possibility. Even if you don't have someone romantic coming up in September, it's just opening up to the possibility of feeling vulnerable. And that's going to be a big lesson during this month. Let me see what else, if there was anything else. No, that's it for you, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I hope that resonated. Let me know in the comments if anything of this played out during September for you. I already had, because I have a Libra moon, I already had something from my reading on Libra coming to life. So I was very excited. I get excited by my own readings. I love doing tarot readings. I hope you like it. And if you like it, share it with others. Share, like, and subscribe. And if you like this kind of content, you can, of course, donate anything you want to donate to my PayPal account, which is the same name as my channel, through my Gmail account, piedralunataro808@gmail.com. And of course, no donation is too small. If you liked anything, if you like the vibe, if you have a chance, and if you don't have, if this is not the time for you to donate because you're the one who needs donations, then of course, feel free just to share it with whoever likes it. And if not, just send me a prayer. That's great energy. It's a great energy exchange. And of course, if you like a reading, you can email me, or you can DM me on my Instagram account. And blessings to you, Scorpio. I hope you have a great month and that all this plays out in a beautiful way.